3 tips to be successful in 2021 without being overwhelmed. Now, this is your Motivational Monday. I'm excited to start this new series. So every Monday, I'm going to be bringing you some motivation to help you out because, and mindset things too, right? Because without those things, sorry, I'm just trying to figure things out on my computer. Without those things, it can be so easy to feel judgment on yourself, to not be motivated, to feel overwhelmed. So that's what we're going to talk about today, is how to not be overwhelmed, right? Just 3 simple little tips. And this can apply to anything. This can apply to any part of your life, right? Maybe you are in business, maybe you're not, but it can apply to any part of your life. Okay. So, let me know, join the conversation and let me know if you have felt overwhelmed before, right? Let me know. I'm guessing the great majority of you have. I know I have. And sorry, I'm still just kind of messing around with my computer so I can be able to see you and see your comments down here, but then also just kind of check my notes a little bit. So let me know if you've felt overwhelmed before. I know I definitely have. And so these tips I'm going to share with you are things that I have found so that I don't, it keeps me out of overwhelm, keeps me in the present. Okay. Because a lot of times overwhelm happens when we're looking ahead, right? Oh my goodness, look at all the things I need to do tomorrow, even later today, maybe in a month, in 3 months. And so it can cause overwhelm because of all the things we're thinking about that we need to do. So there's a few things I'm going to share with you that can really, really help, that have helped me. So let me know, first of all, say hi if you're watching. Let me know where you're watching from. If we haven't met before, I'm Debbie Dunford with David and Debbie Dunford. And we are, I'm in the Salt Lake Valley area of Utah. So that's where I'm coming from. So I'd love to hear where you're from and say hi. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, that's totally fine. Love to just share this with you anyway. But okay, so the first thing that has really helped me, because I noticed that I'm spinning a lot of plates, right? Where some things that I have on my plate and on my shoulders kind of on a day-to-day basis. I'm a mom of 4 boys, so I have that. I'm a spouse. I homeschool my kids. I am a mentor. And so I have several students that I work with each month. I have a client that I am their support manager for their mentorship program. And so I have a lot, and I'm also building my own business, right, from home. So I have a lot of things on my plate. Now, I'm sure, have a lot of things on your plate as well. So I totally get it. So what I found is, because all those things can be so overwhelming. So what I've found is ways to take it from the whole big elephant and just really chunk it down, right? So chunk it down to where, chunk it down to where I'm going from, okay, this is all I need to do. Like, oh my goodness, there's so much to do. Even this week sometimes can be so overwhelming. So I take it down to the day. And I chunk down different tasks as well. Instead of, this big project, or, I need to do this and this and this and this week for my client that I'm the manager for. I need to make sure and just, okay, what days might I do which thing? Okay. So and I really focus on what might I do today. So taking those things and really chunking them down can be a huge help. There's kind of a weird saying, but it's kind of funny. Like, have you heard that? And let me know if you've heard this before. Like, you don't need to eat the whole elephant, right? Just take one bite at a time. So don't take the whole elephant. You're going to chunk it down and just do one bite at a time. Today, focus on the now, not next week. Just focus on right now, what you might do. The second thing is to really focus, right? Don't multitask. So if you are, there's a little thing that you can do, a little test, so that you can see what I'm talking about. A little test that my friend and my mentor had me go through. And that was, I set a timer for 20 seconds, and then I'd go write down A1, B2, C3. So you go alphabet, letter, and then number, letter, number, letter, number, letter, number, and see how far you can get in 20 seconds and stop when the timer goes off. Set your timer again for 20 more seconds and go just do the letters and then start into the numbers. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way down, and then go into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See how far you get. And like that was a huge, like I was shocked. I got so much. Okay, so spoiler alert. I got so much farther on ABC all the way down to Z and then 1, 2, 3. I got so much farther on that. And so did everybody else. I was in a room, a workshop full of people, and everybody else got farther focusing on just the letters and then the alphabet. And the point was the multitasking can really take away your focus as is not as effective as focusing on one thing at a time. So sometimes I have to be like, okay, kids, the next 30 minutes are mine. Don't talk to me unless you're bleeding or have a broken arm, right? Don't talk to me. So I really just focus in on that time right there, being in the present, and put away my phone sometimes. Like I get my phone, I sit on it sometimes so I'm not tempted to look at it. Because how many of you, like, give me a little hand raise if you have gotten sidetracked by your phone, or you've scrolled through your social media and just gone down that scroll hole, right? Like, and next thing you know, you've wasted 10 minutes of your 30 minutes that you set aside for your business, right? Like I've totally done that. So I literally sometimes just put it away from me because I use my laptop a lot, right? So I put my phone away from me so I cannot go down that scroll hole. So let me know if this is making sense. Again, give a little high five if you've done that. Also, well, never mind. So that's the second thing. Third thing is set yourself up for success in whatever it is you're doing. So if you're learning something new, and so a lot of times, if you're doing a business, like I'm building a business and I have to do a lot of personal training to learn and grow. And so I've had to learn what type of modality of learning, how I learn best, right? Am I visual? Do I need to hear it? Do I need to do it to really solidify it? Like, how do I learn? And in doing so, and I've learned that analogies really work for me. It was so interesting. I had no idea, but I was doing a lot of teaching and training of things that I thought I understood. And then I taught it. And I noticed gaps that I had in my learning. Oh, I didn't realize that. So once I was able to, beforehand, before I did the trainings from then on out, I would make sure I could create an analogy around that concept. And if I could, then it was solidified. I knew it. Okay. So it was really interesting to learn that about myself, but it has made a huge difference in me being able to really understand and learn and grow. So how does that apply to other things in your life? How best you could look at it as, okay, so when are my high energy times during the day? So instead of like, what kind of learner am I? When are my high energy times for the day? And what things do I need to do during the day? What are my responsibilities today? And what do I need high energy for? And what can I kind of do that's not as mind energy taking, right? Or even physical energy taking, right? So if I need to get the laundry done and folded, well, maybe I could fold it later in the day when my mind's tired and my body's tired. And maybe that playing with the kids time or doing projects time is earlier in the day when you're more fresh, right? So let me know if that's making sense to you for the energy, right? So again, what we've talked about, and if you want to put these in the comments, that would be super helpful. So somebody coming back can, and even you, if you wanted to reference this for yourself, can put in the comments those 3 steps. So the first thing is chunk it down from that whole elephant. You want to chunk it down. Okay. Take it from the big to the small. The second thing is to really focus on what you're doing, because you'll be more effective and also get things done in a quicker amount of time. And who doesn't want more time, right? So focus and do your best not to multitask. Like I admit, in the car when I'm driving, I'll listen to trainings again, because I'm trying to multitask and I'm learning a lot for the business that I'm building. And so I've got to get those things done, and it helps me to be able to listen to the trainings, because it's better, even though it's less effective, it's better to do something than just not do it, right? Let me know if that makes sense. So the second thing is to focus and not multitask wherever possible. And the third thing is to, if you're learning something new and you're trying to focus on that, maybe you're doing a business, maybe you're with a company and you're a new marketing company, networking company, and you're trying to learn about products and things. Well, that might be something that you're learning, right? So how do you learn best? And the third thing is, and also a different way you can apply that is just in your life, when are your energy times, right? So this can be applied in a couple different ways. When are your energy times? When might you best complete the different tasks that you have? When during your day might you best complete task X, Y, and Z? Because maybe it's Z first, then Y, then X, right? So those are the 3 tips I have for you. I want you to have an incredible day and week. So let me know if you got value from this. Put #value if that was valuable for you, and what your biggest takeaway is. I'm curious how you might be able to apply this in your life, and specifically today, so that you can have that success and have a successful 2021 without being in overwhelm. Thank you so much for joining me, for taking the time to join me today, and we'll see you later. Have a good one.